What's your name again, bro?
Don. Everybody
Don.
calls me Whiteboy Money.
Whiteboy Money.
It's very tough, but it's at the end when I'm sitting there in the house, hopefully, or even with my kids, and that's the worst. I done told myself that. I said, man, I don't want my son to be embarrassed to see this or his friends. But look, there's his dad out there, or whatever. But ultimately, when he grows up and sees the real point of this, your dad was real, or my dad was real. He went out there and told something, and then if it helps somebody survive or understand it, shit, they ought to be proud. Because I would be if it was my dad. He's a freshman, got accepted for varsity football, tight end. That's amazing. I mean, it's awesome. He lives for it. He had straight A's his whole life, and he's done better than I ever have. And I'm, more than double his age. And I feel like
That's the blessing, though.
That's the blessing. That's ultimately the parenting. The part of being a parent is for your child to be better than what you had, or do better than what you've done. I'll fight the fight. But I'm, got to talk. Somebody's got to talk about it somewhere along the line. I said, as scary as it is for me to get on this camera and do it, awkward or whatever the situation, the feeling is, it's not. It won't get out if I don't. I mean, not to say somebody else won't, but what if they don't? I would have been. They said I survived things for a reason. Maybe this is the reason. But I won't know if I don't do it.
I think everybody got some type of story they want people to hear, though. It's natural.
Like how I came to this environment, in my situation. It allowed me to come to you while you came in here. If I would never came to this environment, I would never met you, maybe. Might have met somewhere else. But ultimately, I got to look at it like that because that's how we met.
Where was you staying before here?
Down in the city.
Down in the city?
Yeah.
You were down there the whole time? Pretty much you've been on the streets?
Yeah, other than when I had a car. Then, I slept here in the Walmart parking lot. I used to go for the Walmarts all the time. And I knew that from truck driving. I knew it wasn't illegal to sleep in the car. Because I had bad tags and no insurance. And I didn't want cops to roll up on me while I had weed in my lap or, drugs in the ashtray or whatever.
Was that the first place you were homeless, was in the car?
Yeah.
Like that, you thought that was probably going to work? Like you could live there until, you get figure things out?
Well, yeah, I was in a car, and then, I wanted some room, so then I got hotels. I even bought a shed one time. I took a shed and I redid it. Had drywall, carpet.
What happened with that?
Made a little apartment. It was for a company I worked for on their property. And then eventually just weaned myself out of it. And then it was cool. I mean, I lived there a whole year. I mean, and I lived good. And anybody seen it was like, what? It was just called it the crack shack. Everybody want to get high, sign the wall, come back here. You make the best out of what you have. I've always been one with that. You make the best out of what you have. You need a hug, they're free. Come get one. Best way I can put it. You want to catch a buzz? I'll smoke a blunt with you. Bring half, because I'm a little broke.
Bro, if I had a lung, I'd smoke with you.
Yeah, there we go, my man.
I woke up one day and my lung fell out of my body, and
This guy's soldier.
Put your cash app out there, bro. What is it?
DONRUDASILLJR Jr.
Spell it.
DONRUDASILLJR. And it'll come up money. That's me.
Bet. Yeah, that's the best way. If y'all want to help, if you really feel inspired, man, send a man $5. $2. Send him $1 and say, hey,
I'm cool.
Keep your head up.
Yep, just to say something in the notes. Just say, hey, I'm thinking of you. Trust me, that means a lot, just hearing that, thinking of them. When I out here and people say that, they go, man, I don't have no money, but how are you? Shit, that's way better than any money to me. I love y'all and you're beautiful. Simple as that.